I'm Aaron. I'm a man in long-term recovery with over 4 years. I am the host of a podcast called Tragedy to Triumph, where amazing stories from people in recovery. I struggled with addiction to opioids for about 10 years, first starting with prescription pain medication, which eventually turned into heroin and fentanyl IV use. Being a father of 3 daughters and an active drug use, I was barely at home. And when I was either dope sick or causing issues within our house. After a while, my children could never depend on me to actually be their dad. And as I transitioned into a life of recovery, one thing that became a reality for me was that by just showing up and staying on my commitments and, being present was one of the biggest parts of my recovery. And as time moved forward, the relationships that I had thrown away with these daughters started to get a lot better. So much so that, like, my youngest daughter at one point in time wouldn't even tell me that she loved me. And in April of 2017, she said it for the first time, and she's been saying it ever since. When I was using opioids, I didn't have any self-worth. I didn't like myself. I actually hated myself. And as time moved forward and I distanced myself from, those substances, I started to recognize that I actually had value, that I was in fact priceless. I went back to school. I got a broadcasting degree. I went and interned, and they hired me the next day. And I have 5 felonies. Now I'm on 5 radio stations. Like, who would have ever thought that's even possible? I know I didn't, but yet here I am. Today, I am a committed father. I'm a homeowner. I have a few jobs that I love. I get to be of service to people. I get to have an actual relationship with my children that is meaningful. I have the trust of my friends and family, and I get to use my voice to connect with other people. I believe anybody can have this. If they're still breathing, they still have a chance. If you show up and put the work in, even if you don't understand what it's going to bring today, I assure you that it will get better. To be able to look at somebody, whether they're homeless or they're struggling or they're a dad like myself that's absent, I know that since I've been able to turn it around, like, the action is where things change. And I have the belief in anybody. There's many paths to recovery, and we're going to help you find yours.